while getting ready to upload and doing my audio for another video called Reddit's Finest, which will come out later eventually. This might take a little bit longer. To give you an idea, I'm recording on Saturday, but we're going on a vacation for 2 or 3 days. It's a whole thing. This will come out around Tuesday. Doesn't matter. While I was recording, I came across this text message line, and I was going to do it very briefly, and I even said it in the other video that this was just going to be skipped. I was just going to go over the spark notes. But as I was going on, the longer and longer I read it, the more and more I got pissed off, and the more I wanted to turn this into a real video. So here I am now. So the people don't have a name. However, I get a lot more attached when I see names for these videos, because I feel like I could kind of like connect with the people a little bit more. So the person on the left with blue and green text at the beginning, we're gonna call her Emma. I feel like Emma's a good name. And for the person texting Emma, we're gonna call him Fat Incel, right? That way we have a kind of idea of who these people are. So let's start the conversation off with Emma. I'm still puking and my mom checked and I'm running a fever, sad face. Can we reschedule please? She's taking me to urgent care to see what's up. Please, please, please don't hate me. I'm so sorry. I'm just feeling like absolute garbage and I would prefer not to puke on you for the first time we met. I thought rest would help me, sad face. Now, I feel like this woman is being over apologetic, which is such a nice trait. Like, it's such a nice trait to see that this person genuinely cares about Fat Incel. However, Fat Incel goes on a giant temper tantrum, as you'll see later. Okay, ... I made time for you, ... I think you're also sick because you're overthinking meeting me. Now, this guy thinks he's a Greek god, that he's so perfect that just the idea that Emma is gonna see her just makes Emma go weak in the knees and faints. Just be the idea that this guy is a Greek god. And Emma says, I know, I'm sorry. The majority probably because I watched 2 kids and one of them still had a stomach bug. I thought it'd be fine since he was mostly in his room. Please, please, please don't hate me. I promise. Now, Fat Incel, instead of being a normal person, he could have said, no, it's okay. We could reschedule this. No. Instead, this guy goes complete tantrum mode. I don't know what to say at the moment because I'm not really interested. I'm really interested and I want to see you. I was really excited to meet you. I even had my outfit idea picked. I even had my mom grab my skirt from the laundry room. Sad face. IDK. Okay. I understand. I'm sorry. I'm heading to urgent care in a few minutes. I'll text you when I get there. You can't even see me for a little ... Okay. ... Now, at this point, if I was Emma, I would be so over this loser that I would just completely block him. It's just pathetic how this guy is acting. Like, even a little toddler can do better than this. Like, yeah, can we hang out? Oh, okay. Sunshine, realistically, I've been feeling icky all weekend, and I don't want to be miserable and risk puking in public the first time I meet you. I'll be honest, it kind of hurts. I respect you. Okay. He starts it off good. He starts off with, I respect you. Can't see me, it's fine. And then he gets mad and he starts talking. I get it. But you even said you not bail. Even on your friends and would hang out. Hang with the. So I figured you see me also no matter what. So this guy is just trying to like blackmail and gaslight this woman, Emma, to go with him. But you promised. You told me you never bail. But shut up, dude. This guy actually pisses me off. I bailed on my friends this weekend as well. Okay. They hung out without me last night because I wasn't feeling well. I get it. Period. I left the grad party early. I just showed up to give my gift and talk for a little. I want to see you. Okay. I really do. But I really don't want to be yakking up every few minutes. I don't think that'll be a good impression. I get it. 1 sec. I have to sign in on the thingy. Give me a few. KK. Yes, question mark? I want to bother. Oh. Didn't want to bother. Do what you have to first. I'm just upset. Now, I don't get it, bro. How is this woman still entertaining the thought? I feel like after the first or second time of just throwing this tantrum, that you'd be over it. Like, this is the type of thing you would do when you're trying to ghost your boyfriend or girlfriend. Not like you're trying to ghost somebody in general. I don't know why I said boyfriend or girlfriend. When you're trying to ghost somebody in general, not what you do on the first date. You've made it very clearly that, Emma, that you're a fat incel that just throws a massive tantrum whenever you don't get what you want. So Emma, like a mature adult, says, I usually sit here for an hour or two, so let's talk. Incel fires with, at the moment, I don't want to talk. I'm extremely upset because I moved things around so I could see you today. And I know you're not feeling well, and I get that completely, but it still hurts because I'm such a nice guy. I don't have anything to talk about because I just wanted to see you. But to call yourself a nice guy doesn't mean anything because you've just shown that you are a giant wham baby who throws a giant tantrum whenever you don't get what you want. But I really wanted to see you, so I'm gonna throw a giant tantrum. And then poor Emma has to try to figure out what is wrong with this guy. So she says, I know you're a nice guy. I wanted to see you too. I was genuinely excited, but I genuinely feel like garbage, and with the fever, it's gotten worse. In my mom's eyes, she'd rather be safer than sorry. I truly and deeply appreciate moving things around to see me today. I truly do. And I respect you not wanting to talk to me. I'm sorry. I'm going to leave you. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I'm gonna leave you be, comma, text me when you're ready. Alright. And the worst part is you're not trying to reschedule to make it up. It breaks my heart. Like, I feel like you like the shitty guys, but then the good guys, you don't appreciate them, which then leads you ending up with shitty people again because you're blind. Brother, what? How brain dead are you? How does that even make sense? Hey, I'm sorry we can't hang out. I'm sick. You don't like me. You don't like me. You're pissing me off. You only want to hang out with Satanists and people who are an r/piss drinker. You don't want to hang out with a nice guy like me. I'm an r/incel. You know why? Because people like you. This woman, I don't know why she didn't just tell this guy to shut up at this point, because it keeps going after this. That's because I don't know my work schedule this week, as well as my parents' plans. I don't want to commit to plans that I won't be able to actually go through. And no, I don't like shitty guys. And I'll be honest, it's kind of upsetting that instead of respecting that I'm not feeling well, you're making the assumption that I like shitty people. Now, this guy's brain is completely malfunctioning. It must be hooked up to a potato and both are on fire right now. Because this guy says, see, that's not fair. You're not breaking on other plans, but you're breaking on our plans. Do you not see it from my point of view? What point of view are you talking about? Because all I see is your fat gut in the way of anything you're doing right now. This guy is so brain dead. Like, it makes us look bad. Males, you are making the male species look bad, brother. Every single time I see something like this, it just makes me understand why women don't like guys. Because these type of people just ruin it for everybody else. There could be one nice guy who is genuinely like a good person, and then 100 fat, sweaty incels that are on r/anime feet, and it just ruins it for everybody else. Because it's so obvious why you're single. Because you're complaining about the most stupid thing ever. Emma, I'm sorry, I'm not going to read all this because I feel like this video is already long enough. So I'm just going to skip the first one and go to, my dad lost his job. Our house is falling apart. I'm trying to do my best. And me being sick is a major inconvenience for everybody. Now, Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Fat Incel, he thinks of a plan. He's like, okay, I know I kind of blew it, but how can I switch it up? And he says this, I work a corporate job and take care of my family, and I'm still being hyper flexible on purpose to make time for you. That's why me moving things to see you today was a big deal, because I canceled a lot of things so I could drive out to see you. I did a lot. Listen, I respect and appreciate that, and I do genuinely feel awful, but realistically, would you really want to hang out with someone who isn't feeling well and puking? And then this guy like genuinely cannot, I don't think he could ever recall to a time where he's been out with someone who's sick, because he doesn't go outside, man. This guy is constantly inside. And it's so obvious with these texts. I just like you and wanted to put a face to you, that's all. I'll be honest, I get that. And I wanted to see you too. But again, I'm sick. I'm not feeling well, and truthfully, if I went, I wouldn't enjoy it at all because I'd be trying not to puke. And this guy, like, just like, he cannot pick up what she is trying to say. He cannot understand that this woman is sick, and instead says, it just feels, I, I feel hurt because last night I confirmed it with you 5 times. I was afraid you wouldn't be able to make it. So even though it was not in your control, it just, for me, seemed like it was so predictable that I wouldn't see you. And I feel like, yes, you don't feel well, but I feel like you're very nervous and don't want to meet up with me. Like, you do, but then you don't. Like, I'm super upset right now. I'm just in my room texting you rather than hanging out with my family. I don't think your family wants to go in your room because of how bad it smells, bro. This happens every time I give my love and respect to an individual. Maybe I should be the shitty person. This is when he goes full alpha mode, full alpha wolf mode, and he thinks that he is truly about to reach his villain arc. Thank God Emma turns on her brain and just starts humbling this guy, because she says, listen, go enjoy the time with your family, and we'll talk about this later. Genuinely, I'm upset. I feel like I'm getting blamed for being sick when I didn't want to be sick. I'm not blaming you. I'm just upset that it's such a coincidence. How is it a coincidence? I've been sick all weekend. From the day we started talking, I've been sick and obviously not getting better. This guy, like, genuinely does not have a brain, bro. That on your date, you feel more worse than you did out of all the time. And also, if you felt super sick, I just wish you'd... God, dude, this is giving me a stroke trying to read this. Just even say last night that you wouldn't make it. That would have been better than you just said that, but instead you said you'd make it. That's the only problem was your nephew. I'm not upset at you. I'm upset at the situation because now I have no clue when I'll ever see you... Z. This conversation's almost over because this guy's pissing me off, and it's obvious that Emma's getting pissed off as well. Know what? I can't do this. I didn't ask to wake up with a fever. I didn't even want to be sick. I thought if I rested these 2 days, I'd be fine by today. Because at first you said you'd make time, and now I'm getting all this new information that you most likely not see me for a while. Have you ever, like, understood how sickness works? Like, the longest I've been sick is maybe a week. If you wait 3 more days, if you didn't say all this, if you didn't go complete bazonkers and waited just 2 or 3 more dates and constantly texting her, making sure she was okay, you would have gotten that first date. But instead, you went wham wham baby and started having a major attack because you didn't get to talk to a woman that you wanted to. Might I mention, this is probably the only woman you've talked to, because anyone who's ever talked to another human being, not even a woman, just another human being, knows that you are frustrating beyond belief. And now Emma is saying, I'm getting frustrated. We'll talk when I'm more cooled down because I don't think either of us are going to listen to each other right now. I don't want to text anymore. When you're home, can I call you? I just want to have a phone call. I'm free tomorrow after 4 and Tuesday after 4, but that's the best I can do. Emma, chill. This is the best he can do. He is giving you his everything. He changed his schedule around. He had a major temper tantrum, but now he just wants to call. He misses you. He's just a sweetheart, honestly. That's all he wants to do. He just wants to call you and love you because he's such a nice guy. But you don't know how quickly his alpha mode wolf can turn. And I'm scared of it, and you should be too. But unfortunately, Emma isn't, and she says this. I'm going to be honest, this conversation really changed how I viewed you. I thought you'd be understanding, and it really hurt that it turned into this. And assuming I like shitty people is really messed up. I've been in messed up situations with people who were the nicest people in the world to start, then changed once I got comfortable. I don't mean any disrespect, but I've known... Wait, oh my god, I have to I don't mean any disrespect, but you've known me for 2 days and pushed to hang out even though I've been sick, and when canceled, you got upset with the situation If we had known each other for months, hell, even weeks, it'd be totally understandable to be upset if I canceled, but we've known each other just for 2 days. It's not like I would make time to see you. I just need to make plans and work around what my family needs. Now, giant fat incel goes complete wham wham baby that he isn't getting to talk to the only woman in his entire life and says, well, it doesn't get to finish, unfortunately. This is all it says. You seriously do not value a good guy at all, and I could see that. I can see why you are in the mess you are. You are so traumatized that you don't even see a good guy if he hits you with a bus. Now your head is, you're overthinking and all this. A girl like you doesn't run from the problems but walks towards it. Maybe I'm glad that I could say I have my above and beyond to you, and then unfortunately the next page doesn't show the ending, but I hope to God Emma blocked fat incel because this guy is genuinely brain dead and does not deserve the ability to talk online. Because if this is your reaction to a woman being sick and being in a horrible situation, and your immediate instinct is to blame her for the situation she's in that isn't her problem, it's just baffling, bro. It is just completely baffling that there are people like this, that their first instinct to whatever they don't get is just to blame everybody, like Donald Duck throwing a massive tantrum. Like, have you seen that thing where he like jumps up in the air and starts screaming? That's this guy, except he can't jump because if he jumps, a giant 10-point earthquake would shake the entire ground and level everything around him, and he needs to make sure that he could play Valorant every single day. Beyond disgusting, man. This is genuinely beyond disgusting, and thank God this guy did not get to hang out with Emma, because if Emma hung out with this guy and she's only known him for 2 days, God knows what could have happened to her, bro. That's all I got. Thank you for watching.